The world's population is overtaken by vampires. All except one little child. Be ready for a story that you will never forget. Long ago, the world was happy and filled with sunlight, laughter, and love, but suddenly, scary vampires appeared and took over, wanting to control everyone. These vampires fed on human blood and quickly spread their power everywhere. As more and more vampires appeared, the cities that were once lively and busy became silent and empty. People were scared, seeing their loved ones turn into vampires without any feelings. The vampire takeover destroyed society, leaving chaos and sadness. I could see the vampires' red eyes wherever I looked. They were like scary monsters. Even in this nightmare, I, a young child, was not affected by the vampires like everyone else. It was unclear why I was different. Maybe it was because my heart was pure and innocent. Regardless, I became the last hope for humanity, a small light against the darkness. I wandered through the empty streets, desperately searching for others who had somehow escaped the vampire's control. But as time passed, I realized I was truly alone in this fight. Against the thirsty creatures, they could sense my presence. But something protected me from their deadly grip. Every night, under the pale moonlight, I witnessed the vampires feasting on human suffering. Innocent lives were lost, and their memories were stolen by these predators of the night. I felt pain in my heart every time I heard their terrifying screams in the quiet city. I had nightmares about the vampires attacking me. As the world sank deeper into darkness, with each passing day, I felt more isolated, and the loneliness began to affect my sanity. There were moments when I thought about giving up and surrendering to the vampires, to end this purposeless existence, but the thought of becoming like them, feeding on others' lives, disgusted me. I was determined to save humanity, even if I didn't know how. One night, when the line between light and darkness was thin, I discovered an old book in a forgotten library. It shimmered mysteriously, as if calling out to me. Its pages whispered stories about legends and rituals, knowledge that might grant me the power to defeat the vampires. With trembling hands, I explored the secrets within those pages. I found an ancient prophecy that spoke of a child with a pure heart who could bring back humanity's freedom. Could this child be me? Was I the one chosen for this? Excitedly, I studied the rituals described in the book. They explained a powerful spell that could banish the vampires from Earth. But it required a sacrifice, the hardest decision I would ever make. I understood that completing the ritual would change me forever, taking away my innocence. Summoning my courage, I journeyed to the vampires' lair. Their evil eyes followed my every move, sensing the threat I posed to their dominance. Their arrogance blinded them to the power that pure hope and determination could bring. With the ritual in motion, the ground trembled beneath me as ancient words escaped my lips. A blinding light erupted, swallowing the darkness. It became a battle of strength and hope against the vampires. They screeched and writhed, unable to comprehend the force I had summoned. Finally, the spell succeeded, and the vampires turned to ashes around me. Their reign of terror crumbled, thanks to the bravery of a small child who refused to give in. As the sun rose, the world awakened to a new beginning, where happiness replaced fear, and laughter echoed again through the cities. But I remained changed and solemn, carrying the weight of what I had seen and the sacrifices I had made. The world was free, but I knew darkness could return, yet, filled with memories of battles won. I promised to protect humanity, whatever the cost, and so, I moved forward, determined in my mission. Forever concealed in shadows, my purpose was to ensure that the world would never be taken over by vampires again. Standing tall as a symbol of strength, resilience, and the enduring power of hope. After banishing the vampires and restoring peace to the world, I found myself at a crossroads. The battle against the creatures of the night was won, but there was still much work to be done. The scars of the past remained, both visible and hidden. and rebuilding society was no small task. People slowly emerged from their hiding places, cautiously stepping back into the light. There were tears of joy and relief as families reunited, but also bittersweet moments as the loss of loved ones sank in. The child who had once stood alone now found themselves surrounded by survivors, eager to rebuild their lives. Together, we formed a community. Creating a safe haven amidst the ruins, we supported one another, mending the broken pieces of our lives. The child became a beacon of hope and guidance, offering solace and reassurance to those who had endured unimaginable hardships. As our community grew, so too did the determination to prevent history from repeating itself. We established a system of defense, trained ourselves in combat and survival tactics, and shared the knowledge we had acquired through our battles against the vampires. We were united in our commitment to protect and preserve the fragile existence we had regained. The child became a teacher and mentor, passing on their wisdom and skills to a new generation. They instilled in us the values of love, compassion, and resilience, reminding us that together we could overcome any challenge. Whether it was teaching us how to cultivate crops in the barren wasteland or showing us how to strengthen our mental fortitude, the child's lessons were invaluable. In time, the once empty streets of the cities started to bustle again. Laughter and joy reclaimed their place, filling the void left by fear and despair. We rebuilt schools, inspiring a thirst for knowledge and exploration in young minds. Libraries were restocked and became temples of knowledge once more. But even amidst the newfound peace, the child and I knew that vigilance was necessary. Vampires may have been eliminated, but the darkness they represented still lingered. We remained watchful, guarding against any signs of their resurgence, ready to act at a moment's notice. Years passed, and with each passing day, the world flourished. Art and music blossomed, filling the air with creative expression. Tales of our triumph against the vampires spread far and wide, inspiring hope in others who faced adversity. People from other regions sought us out, seeking refuge and the knowledge we had acquired. The child, now a revered figure of strength and wisdom, established a council to guide and govern. They helped coordinate efforts across the lands, ensuring that no community was left behind. The council worked tirelessly to forge alliances, share resources, and protect the newfound peace from any external threats. As time went on, the scars of the past faded, but they were never forgotten. We carried those scars as a reminder of the sacrifices made and the strength we found within. Ourselves, the child, now grown, continued to walk among us, their presence shining like a beacon of hope. And so, we lived on, forever vigilant against the shadows. We held fast to the lessons we had learned, ready to defend our world against any darkness that dared to encroach upon it. With hearts filled with love and minds guided by the knowledge of our past, we faced the future with determination, ensuring that the world would always remain a place filled with sunlight, laughter, and love.